Hey there, it's Coach Kristen, and today for our Motivation Monday Menopause, we're going to talk about mindset. And around mindset, I'm going to share with you 10 things that I do or try to do every morning. I really break it down into 10. A lot of them go together, but it really helps me to feel better and embrace my day with positivity. Because we all start our day kind of maybe in not a great place of, oh boy, I have to do this today or that today, or I'm just not feeling great, or I'm feeling blah and stuck, and I don't really know what to do to feel better. So I'm going to give you some tools that I do and that I share with clients who are in my Menopause program that they can start doing really one at a time. So I'm going to share with you 10, but I would say if there's one thing you can do this week that resonates with you, that's easy to do, right? It's not about making things harder. It's about doing things that are doable, right? That can help us feel better. And once we add one thing and we do start to feel better, hopefully we're going to keep doing that. And then we can add some other things. So let's get to it. 10 things. First off, what I try to do is get up at the same time every morning. And this is important. Why? Because it sets our circadian rhythm, meaning our wake sleep cycle. And a lot of us suffer, I know I do, from I'm challenged to get a good night's sleep. So when we wake up at the same time every day, it actually starts our body clock so that by the end of the day, we're winding down, those hormones shift into that resting phase of the day, and then we're more easily and able to get to sleep and stay asleep. So number one is aiming to rise at the same time every day. Okay, and then we're going to drink water first thing. So that's an action, right? We're going to drink 8 to 12 ounces of water. This may seem like a lot and it may not be comfortable right away, but we're waking up dehydrated. And in menopause, we know this can be even harder, more challenging. And that's a lot of the joint pain, headaches, migraines, a lot of the fatigue or low energy is due to dehydration. And this is something simple. So if this is the one thing you can do this week, let's start there. So aim to rise at the same time and then drink water. Number 3, this is a mindset thing that I try to do every day. And it might sound a little woo-woo, but I'll tell you what, it can be really shift how you treat yourself during the day, meaning like what you eat, how you move, how you treat yourself just in general with self-care, and then also how we treat others. So it's going to be this. I know. Look in the mirror. Well, first thing first, you're going to plant your feet on the floor, when you get out of bed and say, it's going to be a great day. And that just opens up the day with positivity. Then you're going to go, when you go into the bathroom, brush your teeth, you're going to look yourself in the eye. You're going to, embrace who you see in the mirror and say, I love you just as you are, just as you are. And I'm going to take care of you today. This is also really important because it sets us up for, we are now on the front burner. We are not back there like, oh, I got to take care of everybody else. I'm going to take care of myself today. So that's so important. Okay. So that is number 3. Look yourself in the eye, right? And also set your day up. This is going to be a great day. Then I'm thinking of me. I come downstairs. I'm gonna, do my things, and I'm gonna first things first. I'm gonna have first thing I ingest is going to be warm water with lemon. Okay, so this helps digestion. It helps balance acidity in the gut. It may help move some things through digestively, help us have a morning bowel movement. All those things, right? Really, really important for really setting up our digestive tract for the day. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm a coffee drinker, so I'm gonna brew some coffee, or I do a pour over, so I'll be, whatever. That's my thing. And while I'm doing that, while I'm actually pouring over and the coffee is doing its thing, I'm gonna do 20 air squats and 20 push-ups. Okay, I may do 10 and 10, take a little break, go back and do 10 and 10. You know, if I have more time, if the coffee is still brewing or taking a while, I might do a few more. So air squats, this is important. You're gonna get a little air, meaning you're gonna squat down. I use like a chair that's about 90 degrees so I can touch my butt to the chair, jump up. And it doesn't have to be a huge jump, but what we wanna do is get those joints lubricated, movement, get some kind of, heart rate up a little bit. And so you do want to try to do that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, my knees. Well, our knees are, a lot of times they're, there's no fluid in there. So this will help lubricate. Plus you've already drank all that water, right? So now hopefully things are going to really start to move. And this can be helpful just to get the body kind of moving again, things moving. And then the push-ups, you're going to do the best you can, but you really want to work on getting your chest as far to the ground as possible. So you may want to go to your knees, do what works, and then gradually you'll see yourself get stronger, right? And that's an important thing. Just 10 and 10. No, if you only get 10, that's awesome. Start where you are. Good form is always important, right? Then I'm going to read something. I'm going to read something inspiring, a short passage. I have a few meditation books. Here's one that I like. It's very well used and loved. This is Each Day a New Beginning, and it's from Hazelton. I love it. I also have a well-loved little guide that I read every day. So something inspiring to really, again, continue that mindfulness mindset. And I might even do this while I'm in the bathroom. Whatever, do it when it works, work it into your schedule, but do it, right? Because we all need that inspiration and set up for the day. So then I'm hopefully gonna get outside today. It's raining here, but I'm gonna get outside or be by the sunlight, by the windows, even if it's just for a few minutes to get out and get that morning light into my eyes. Again, this is going to help with circadian rhythm. Remember that sleep-wake cycle. We got to get it in the morning. So you want that exposure to outside light in the morning. It can even be through the clouds, right? So I encourage you, or really just getting that daylight. Letting our body know it's wake time, and then again throughout the day getting sunlight. But first thing in the morning is really important. And then another thing I'm going to try to do is get some breath work. Doesn't have to be complicated. Literally 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through the nose to calm things down, focusing on the exhale. So we want to get an extended breath out. And if you notice you're struggling with this, right, that lets us know we're in that sympathetic phase, that sympathetic nervous system, side of things, meaning we are in that stress state. So we want to try to move into the parasympathetic, which is the calming, the rest and digest, where we can kind of calm things down. Things aren't tense. Again, if you're struggling, with digestion or bloating or bowel movements, things like that, when we are constantly in that state of stress, things aren't going to move, right? We're going to have pain, more pain. So again, that comes back to hydrating, right? So all these things, right? Combining as many of these things. And again, just starting with one, but this is important. Then I'm going to hopefully get in some zone 2 cardio. And it can be 30 minutes, just getting it in, movement, getting your heart rate up enough, but not too much, right? I always say this is the zone where we could talk. Definitely you can have a conversation, but you might not feel like it, right? You might be like, I could talk, but I'm in this state of kind of this Zen state. And we want to get there in any way, biking, walking, swimming, hiking, do what you love, tennis, pickleball, whatever. Just do something to get movement going. And again, aim for first thing. This I have lower on the list, but it is an important thing to get in. And then one final thing that I really want to focus on, of course, nutrition is an important piece, right? I haven't gotten there yet. So we want to make sure or try to, especially in menopause, extend our overnight fast. Why is this important? Well, there's a number of reasons why this would be. And I'm not saying over fast, right? But at least aim to extend till maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. And this doesn't mean you can't have water. You're definitely going to be drinking water. Really important, actually. Black coffee is fine, but again, make sure you're hydrating with that, meaning drinking water. Black tea, fine. But we want to take out any liquid calories, which can be really hard for some people, because I know cream in the coffee, things like that. So do what you can to just extend it. You know, maybe in the beginning, it's 8 o'clock if you're waking up at 6, you know, that's too long, right? Or it just seems it is usually mentally really challenging for most of us to make these shifts. So do what you can, ease yourself through it, but aim to eventually get to 10 o'clock if you can. That's just a number though, right? So do what works for you. So why? It helps increase cellular repair. This is something, you know, our bodies are slowing down at this stage in life. So the more we can activate cellular repair, brain, gut, all of it, give it a break, right? Things are happening more slowly. So we need more of that space to rest and digest, continue the repair, you know, can lower inflammatory markers. So this is a biggie. A lot of us are suffering from inflammation, right? This is so important. Insulin resistance, right? The raising of the blood sugar. You know, when we wake up and we eat right away, we're sending our blood sugar already on that kind of up and down roller coaster. So if we can kind of ease into the day and keep things on a level, stable level, we may be better off. So I'm not saying this is for everyone. I really want to be clear about that. And I work with women in this space to help them find their, you know, protocol that works, right? There's no one way or another. It's not you have to do it this way, but it can be helpful for many women. I see this in this stage of life, super, super beneficial. It increases fat burning potential, right? Once we do not have glucose readily available, first thing, when we don't, we can get into the fat stores. And this is what can be so helpful this time of year, because a lot of us are, you know, we're challenged with that, right? So this can be a huge benefit. And really doing it correctly. I don't want to just throw it out there. Like, this is a really important space to do, you know, get assistance with. Don't just start doing it just for the heck of it, or, you know, go from, you know, not fasting to fasting a lot, you know. So you really want to ease into these things. So, and again, it boosts our energy, right? Which seems counterintuitive. We think, oh, I need to eat to have energy. But actually, it's the hydration, it's all those other things that I just mentioned that can really help increase that energy, increase the fat burning, which is so much of what we want in menopause. So that's going to be it for today. That was a lot. And, you know, oh, last but not least, bonus here, definitely, you are going to want to break your fast, right? Once you do break your fast, I advise, you know, either a liquid or a solid meal, and focused on real whole food, okay, of protein, fat, and fiber. So important that's really gonna get us where we wanna be at this stage in life. We wanna have that combination, PFF, protein, fat, and fiber. And so I'll leave you with that. This is a lot. Again, what's one thing you can do today and this week? One thing you can commit to. I would put that in the books. You know, write it down, aim to keep it going, and have a great week. Bye.